Welcome back to the Student Athlete Podcast. I'm your host, Sam Chairman. Today I was joined by my guest, Tyler Hill. Tyler Hill is a current minor league baseball player in the Colorado Rockies organization. He's also a good friend of mine as I hit with him throughout the offseason. But anyway, let's get on with the interview. What's up, Tyler? How you doing?
What's up, Sam? How's it going, man?
I'm good. So just got a few questions for you. Obviously, I just gave the introduction, so all my viewers and classmates know who you are, but really, you're in the minor leagues right now. It's a grind. There's no debating that fact. But really, my first question is: you got drafted out of high school. You didn't go to college, which isn't uncommon in the baseball world. So when for you did becoming drafted and playing at a professional level not only become a reality, but become a realistic opportunity to you?
A realistic opportunity. So, I'm a very confident person, and that's what kind of drives me. So, a funny story about it, when I was a freshman, I used to be a catcher my entire life. So I was catching a bullpen for one of my buddies on my travel team at the time. And the guy teaching him was an ex-White Sox scout. And he just saw how I moved and how my body was and how I threw. And he was just like, you could just get drafted basically off of what you got right now. And I was like, well, looks like I'm going to try to get drafted. I couldn't fathom the fact that I could get paid to play baseball. So like my first love was always basketball, honestly. But after I heard that, and I was like, oh, I can actually do this. Mm-hmm. Then I kind of quit basketball and just put my nose to the grind and just kept asking questions with everything, trying to be around the right people and, just trying to do whatever it takes to get drafted. So that guy, Reggie Lewis, he was a really good guidance for me during my high school career and stuff. So after that, and the more I started hitting with guys that are like big time prospects, stuff like that, I'm like, these guys are nothing. Like if this is what you're looking for, I got that. So it was always about confidence, honestly.
And you said you were, I know this, but you were a multi-sport athlete, played football, basketball, baseball. Do you think after having that conversation with Lewis, do you think your love for the game developed through like that grind to get to a drafted level?
I think I'm a weird guy in a way because I like proving people wrong. That's my biggest thing. Like the school I was going to wasn't a big name school in Delaware. Now it is baseball wise, but I never got really any love or any kind of accolades. I didn't really have any Division I offers or guys coming to my games until senior year in high school. And that was already too late by then. I had more pro scouts in my games at the time. And, it was just like, I wanted to go to Division I, but I didn't really care. The goal was getting drafted. So, yeah.
So fast forwarding to when you're drafted by the Red Sox in 2014. So you go right to rookie ball from there. Like, what was that jump like from playing in high school to playing against some guys that won't even play after that season, or there may be freshmen, to going to minor league baseball rookie level where you're playing against guys whose job is they're trying to beat everyone out in their position to make it to the highest level?
Yeah, I mean, my perspective kind of changed a little bit since then, but at the time, I honestly, because I was a Red Sox fan growing up, so like I was just happy to be there. To be honest with you, it sounds bad, but like I was just like, oh my gosh, I'm not in Delaware anymore. I've never really left Delaware before that. I'm on my own. I'm getting a signing bonus. I like. There was a lot of stuff where I was like, oh my God, like I'm actually a professional baseball player. And, at that point I felt like I had nothing to lose at all. And I'm not sure if you looked up there, but like I actually tore my hamstring like 2 games into my first.
Yeah, it says you have 4 games played, and then
there you go. So it was something really small. I tore my hamstring running through first base, and to be honest with you, it was probably the best thing that's ever happened to me. It was in a sense of people don't understand that it's not just baseball, especially coming out of high school. It's more than that. So dealing with financial stuff or dealing with, just being a professional itself, it really helped me like lock in and kind of understand the game and understand how to be an actual professional, being around some pretty wise people. So like my first manager was Tom Kochman, who's Casey Kochman's dad. He's probably got the highest fielding percentage of the first baseman in all of Major League Baseball. And like had Rafael Devers on my first team, Michael Chavis. I'm sure that's one of the questions who I played with, but being around guys like that, like one of my good friends, like Michael Kopech, I didn't know anything about prospects or all I knew was I got drafted. That's all I knew. And essentially, first day, I'm having a catch with Michael Kopech, who throws 100, 102, and we're long tossing. He's almost got 2 football fields on me, and I'm rolling the ball to him. And I'm like, what the heck's going on, man? like it just puts into perspective how small Delaware was and, how big the baseball world is and how bad, kids like even you and, even me still as a minor league baseball player have to work to be at the top of the game. So
Do you think like that little knowledge of like prospects and all that stuff kind of like that blind eye was like almost helping to you in a way of just like
yeah.
not like worrying about other people too much?
Well, yeah, that's I try to treat everybody the same. That was kind of my big thing. I don't care if you got millions of dollars. I don't care if you have $0. I'm gonna respect you the same way as a human. So that kind of it does get frustrating because you do look at guys and you're like, what does he have that I don't? Or why is he getting looked at? I'm the better base runner, stuff like that. But that's the little man that talks to you, and you got to get away from the negative self-talk and stuff like that. So it can be challenging at times, but you got to. It's a little easier for me, I think.
Yeah. So you then played, then you're there with the Red Sox from 2014 to 2018. I mean, you hit over 400, you hit a 400, over 300 multiple times. I mean, there's no question that you were balling for a while. And then you get, I believe you get Rule 5, and if maybe you could explain to someone, to people listening to what that means to the Kansas City Royals. So could you give a little like backstory of what that is?
Okay. So the Rule 5. Do you want to know what the Rule 5 draft is?
Yeah.
Actually, so basically, there's 3 rounds in the Rule 5 draft. Your 5th year as a minor league baseball player, your contract runs up. Your minor league contract runs up. So the club that you're with can either put you on their 40-man roster and protect you from the Rule 5 draft, or take their chances and hoping that nobody picks you up. So the first round is the rule is if you get drafted in the first round, whatever team gets you, you have to go to big league camp with that team and you have to make the team. If you don't make the team, they give you back to the other team that you were previously with. Now, the second and third round of the minor league portion is basically a trade for cash in a sense. So I got Rule 5 by the Detroit Tigers that year. Dan was there actually with me when I got Rule 5. I don't know if he told you that. Ask him about that. But the Tigers Rule 5 me like 3rd pick overall, and I was super excited because the Tigers were a little weak farm system wise, a little weak up at top. So I was like, this is it. This is where I take off at right here. And 30 minutes later, I get a call from the farm director, and they said they traded me to the Yankees. So complete flip. I was not happy. And but I mean, when I was looking at it, I tried to be positive about it. And I'm like, look, the Yankees basically traded up to get me because they heard the Rockies, who I'm with now, were going to pick me up the next pick after. That came from professional scout. And so essentially, I'm thinking, oh, crap, the Yankees want me. This is going to be an excellent time. I'm going to be pushed through. But that wasn't the case.
I mean,
I got
Yankees have everyone. They have.
yeah, I got there. Their high A and double A team could be a big league team. That's how loaded they are.
Yeah.
So, not that I'm not saying that I thought I was worse straight from it. I was not as good as a lot of these players. The fact is that they got the money. I was a new guy. I'm not their guy. So I didn't really get in at bat in spring training until like maybe the last week.
Mm.
And they put me back in high A. By the break, I'm not sure what the actual stat is there, but I'm pretty sure I was like third on the team in like RBIs and home runs before they axed me at the break. So leaving the manager's office after that, I was actually happy because I was playing every fourth day. And I'm leaving the manager's office kind of happy because I'm like, I'm going to go play somewhere else. And the guys thought I got promoted. So that's how it is. So, but
And then after then COVID happens. I mean, that affects everyone. And then you join an independent league team, which actually in some cases, I mean, from conversations with you and Dan, who we'll talk about in a few minutes, can be almost better. You play for the Winnipeg Golden Eyes.
Gold Eyes. Yeah, Gold Eyes.
So that from talking to you, it sounded like an amazing experience. It sounded like they embraced you like as well as like in the best way possible. Can you talk about how they personally, like the management and the organization, helped your career to get back to where you currently are?
Well, so independent ball, it doesn't always happen my way. My way was kind of lucky. I'm not going to say lucky, but I was in a really good situation. They're one of the best organizations in independent ball. They treat their players like major league players, despite the budget being small. Like they always got your back, especially if you're their guy. So I immediately made an impact on the team. My first game, I'm pretty sure I had a home run and a couple doubles. And after that, I was just scorched on fire. So, yeah, no, they were awesome, man. Whatever I needed, they had it. And communication was great. And you actually felt like you felt welcomed. And that's exactly what I needed after coming from the Yankees, where I was like, I need to get out of here. So it was a breath of fresh air. So it gave me a little bit of breathing room to play and actually do what I needed to do, especially after also the Yankees' philosophy was a little bit different than mine. So it helped me get back on track. And, not that I was doing bad with them. It just helped me get back to playing every day. And that's what I miss doing. So
and you really, I mean, the first season with them, you hit 375, which is like impossible almost.
Yeah.
Like for some people, and you didn't strike out a lot. I mean, you were competitive in every at bat, and then the next season you hit 294, which is like it's still incredible. So I mean, but that
was after taking a year off too. I took a whole year off before that. I was like, because after the Gold Eyes, so I ended up hitting 370 or whatever with them, and the Royals picked me up for the last like 2 months of the season, I think. And then I went on to hit 403 with them.
Yeah, 403.
And when I realized that they weren't going to sign it back, I just took 2020 off. So,
and I mean, that kind of leads me to what I wanted to talk about next. So I know him and you know him, and he's awesome. He's the best. Dan Hennigan, best hitting coach ever. So you were basically really the first guy, I believe, that he started working with. Like he said, you were kind of his guinea pig with what he was trying to do. Talk about like how he really changed what, like, not necessarily changed, but just improved you to like the level you're at now and maximize all of your assets.
Yeah, no. So I met Dan in 2018, maybe. And like he gave me something little, and like I liked it a little bit, but like I didn't go all in because I mean, how hitting coaches are nowadays. It's just like their way or the highway, all this crap, and they're selling this snake oil salesman usually. But the difference with Dan, to be honest with you, is that he lets you communicate and talk about what you're feeling and what we need to do and what you need to do, and kind of build an actual plan of how can I make Sam Chairman the best baseball player he can be, or how can he make Tyler Hill the best person he can be. So that first offseason I worked with him, literally I did like I mean, Sam, you hear me barking at you guys all the time. I'm getting on you guys a lot, and the stuff that we teach is not easy at all. To just put it in perspective, the first time I started learning about Dan's philosophy and how he believes guys should be swinging, or not even that, just believes how a hitter should be. I was stuck in the South Philly gym from maybe 7 o'clock till maybe 2 a.m. of me and him just hitting, trying to figure one small concept out. So just that alone told me what kind of person he was. And, and then after that, that was just my guy after that. man, that that dude is like my big brother. So
Yeah.
I owe that man everything. But he's a great hitting coach, and he's an even better dude, man.
I mean,
But
he's definitely, like you said, like being in a gym for that long, like perfectly describes him. Like even to figure out like the smallest thing in a swing that like you like that honestly sometimes I don't even see, but I just gotta trust that he's seeing
right,
it, and I gotta just kind of just do it whatever he's saying because I know it'll work out and I'll feel it later. But
right, and the comfort comes from like it doesn't even have to be trust me. It's talk to me how you feel and
right.
talk to me why. I want to tell you why we're doing this. I want to make sure you understand completely why we're staying on our backside. You know?
Hmm.
Yeah.
And then so really I don't have that much left for you, but so you also coach at Brain and Barrel, which is Dan's business. And how, I mean, I've worked with you like countless hours now at this point. I mean, I know you're there the whole day pretty much by yourself for a lot of time working on things. Do you think coaching has helped you also hitting, just like trying to teach other guys and seeing maybe like how they might not understand something and you realize that you may have shared some of those same difficulties with hitters? So I know like we talk about sometimes using our like stuff with our back elbow. I mean, is that has talking to other hitters helped you?
Yeah, completely. And that's what the beauty of it is like I love helping you guys. I love doing it. And at the same time, I love getting feedback of like, hey, your body might not move the same way my body moves. So like let me try to feel how you're feeling so I can kind of empathize with what kind of struggle you're going through so that we can figure out a solution. So yeah, that's what it does help a lot. But even like now in spring training, I still have to trust my hitting coordinator, his eyes, because at the same time, you understand as a hitter, sometimes what you feel might not be the actual doing or
Right.
swing or doing. So, yeah, totally.
So now really my last thing for you is, so now you're with the Colorado Rockies, you're in Arizona. You're balling. You balled before the big leaguers got there. Games are starting now, so I'm sure you're tired, you're sore. It's not easy, it's hot. But what are my really last question is for this season, what are your personal goals? Because we always talk about that when we're hitting together. So I gotta ask you instead of you asking me.
I want to be in the big leagues. That's it. It's there's no sugarcoating it or nothing. I mean, I'm 26 now. I'm getting up there. Yeah, I'm getting old, man. But no, I mean, I want to be in the big leagues. I don't want to set a number goal for myself because I feel like I will do what I need to do. But as a daily goal, I just need to be me every single day. Just need to stay here, not down here. That's baseball itself. The more I feel like you can detach yourself from your actual feelings of like, oh crap, I just struck out twice, or man, I just hit 2 home runs. I'm the greatest ever. The more we can detach yourself from that, the better of a hitter we can be. Because at the end of the day, as much as we both love hitting and everybody loves hitting and stuff, it's boring. We got to do the same thing every single day. We got to keep on our line. And people don't understand how boring hitting is. They see the home runs, they see the doubles, they see all the extra base hits, but they don't see you working countless hours in brain and barrel before you even go to practice.
Right.
So yeah.
That was probably the exact answer I thought you were gonna get. So I'm glad I was
You
right.
know me too good, huh?
Yeah, I knew it was coming, but no, thank you for coming on. Haven't talked to you face to face in a while, so it's good to see you.
Yeah, man.
Gonna keep following your progress. I know Dan will be updating all of us every time we're there, so I know I'll be hearing about you. But no, I appreciate you coming on.
Thanks for having me, man. I'll be up in I should be up in Hartford at least. So I'll be playing like Reading, Bowie, like all those local stuff. So I need to see you boys out there. All
Yeah,
right?
we'll be supporting.
Dope, man. It was good seeing you, brother.
Good seeing you too.